to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
We are calling everyone around the world to come and celebrate.
The Akwa Ibom State Government Carol Night is here again. Join Israel Hott, Lionel Peterson, Senat, IT Denisian, Frank Edwards and others at the Akwa Ibom State Government Carol Night, featuring 9,999 singers, the largest assembly of carol singers on planet Earth, ministering Bishop David Oyedepo on Saturday, December 21, 2013 at Uyo Sports Stadium, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria by 6 p.m. The event will be shown live on AIT, NTA, Channels TV, DSTV 199, Africa Magic on DSTV 154 and 155, Silverbird TV, AKBC. For more details, visit www.9999carolsingers.com. The Akwa Ibom State Government Christmas Carol Night, a piece of heaven. Hunger and poverty are twin evils that man has come to contend with since creation. This is because without food, the mind cannot think straight and is very often swayed into devilish thoughts. This, by extension, cannot engender development, as a people are very likely to be apprehensive and cannot support any development effort, be it for their own good or for that of others. This explains why many responsible governments put in place result-oriented programs to eliminate hunger from their domains. After all, hasn't it been said that a hungry man is an angry man? In Akwa Ibom State, the Governor Godswill Akpabio administration has since its inception 6 years ago spared no effort in tackling these twin evils of hunger and poverty from among the populace. The government started by first of all addressing the issue of decayed infrastructure holistically and also constructing new ones to make the state a better place in the quest to change it from a pedestrian to a destination for all.
We have a lot of goodies and plans for the people of Akwa Ibom. So, for instance, in the agricultural sector, we want to encourage every Akwa Ibom person to think of owning one small farm or the other. We believe that it is important for us. Any society that cannot feed itself cannot boast of greatness. So food is important. So we want to ensure food sufficiency in Akwa Ibom. So that's why my administration is poised to engage in agriculture. And we don't want a situation whereby you go and produce agricultural food, produce, and at the end of the day, there's a clot in the market, and then of course these things will be destroyed. So the processing must also come in for us to turn it into something else. I look forward to a time when the whole Nigeria can have tomatoes in tins, and they say, oh, it is Aqua tomato. That must be from Akwa Ibom State. I look forward to a time when we don't have to import fruit juices, and then you just come here, you see Aqua juice. Oh, that is from Akwa Ibom State. I look forward to a time when you can have water, clean water, you want to drink, and you pick up your bottled water, and you look at it and say, oh, it's Aqua water. Please, that's the one that I want. Because we are sure of the safety, we are sure of the cleanliness of that water.
With a landmass of over 6,900 square kilometers, Akwa Ibom State is naturally endowed with enormous wealth that supports the nation's economy. The land is arable. The saline water swamp forest in the south and the rainforest in the north support extensive agriculture all year round. The climate of the state allows for favorable cultivation and extraction of agricultural and forest products such as palm produce, rubber, cocoa, rice, cassava, yam, plantain, banana, maize, and timber. To ensure that food is available and affordable for the population, the Governor Akpabio administration invested several billions of naira in the agriculture sector, making it very attractive for the very first time in the history of the state.
The state of agriculture in Akwa Ibom State, from the perspective of Chief Godswill Akpabio's administration, has been great, because it is not only transforming infrastructure, it's also transforming the agri sector. Agriculture in the state is more or less an integrated approach. Because of the nature, because of the land fragmentation, the land tenure system, which is also a problem, we come up with our own ingenious practice, ingenious way of managing what we have. By the time somebody is interested in agriculture, he's not only going into cassava plantation or oil palm plantation, he's into everything, you know, at the end of the day, to be able to harness his resources. And that's why you see a lot from the commercial agri loans that were given out. A lot of farmers made use of it. And the farmers are now paying back the loan because they're seeing benefit of it.
This administration has done so much to transform the agricultural sector. In fact, with the coming of this administration, there has been a paradigm shift from agriculture as a subsistence pastime activity or developmental project, agriculture as a business. Even before the federal government agricultural transformation agenda came on board, the state government had its own structuring to take the agriculture to the next level. And that's why the state government in 2009 acquired the Strategic Food Reserve Facility at Abaka at the cost of 1.5 billion. I mean, people may have thought, why is the government investing so much money in a facility, a structure like that? But today, an American company, Greenwell Technologies, is using those facilities in partnership with the state government under PPP arrangement to put in on stream 4 homogeneous manufacturing plants. Alum, the aluminum sulfate is one of them. Fertilizer blending is one of them. Feed meal is one of them, and poultry processing. You know, because this government believes in dealing with the entire value chain of agriculture, not just production, but processing, storage, and marketing. Very important.
Also, for the very first time in the history of the state, farmers are now partners with the government of the day and are brought into the mainstream. This has paid off, as food is now available and equally affordable. This much was confirmed by the farmers themselves.
Farmers in Akwa Ibom are very serious in producing the food we eat. Farmers in Akwa Ibom State have started even to process the crops we have. Like you have the processed cassava products in fufu, gari, very many other crops like that. Even I would say that there is big improvement in food production because a lot of farmers are engaged. Even the youth, the IFS is also doing much in producing the food we have in Akwa Ibom State, and in fact some of it is even being sold outside Akwa Ibom.
You know, we are now improving in terms of farming. We are talking about food sufficiency. We have enough food in Akwa Ibom State. That is why when last we went to Nasarawa, the women won first prize in processing and tree crop, and second prize in tree crop. So if you look at now, we know that women are really taking farming as a business.
The farmers, like Chief Michael Etumekanem, have made it big since the inception of the Akpabio administration that came with all the support they needed to expand their cherished vocation. For instance, this large cassava farm is owned by Chief Ekanem, who also employs a large number of others to help him tend to the plants, his poultry farm, and other things. He says the government gives the farmers inputs such as improved seedlings, cassava cuttings, fertilizer, etc., in addition to training them on how they can manage their farms.
People have taken farming as a noble profession now. People in farming are proud to be farmers because they know what comes out of it. It is very profitable. Anybody who goes into it does not regret. What I am opening here is not palm wine. It is cocoa juice. Like I showed you cocoa pots. Yes. I told you that yesterday I got some fruits of cocoa and broke them to ferment. Yes. As I was doing that, I had to extract this juice. This is juice from cocoa fruits, and you are going to taste it and see. It's very nourishing. If one can even extract this and then be able to multiply it. This one is concentrated juice. It's not adulterated. I don't add water. No, it's not chemicalized.
As you must have heard, this is the byproduct of cocoa, a plant that is cultivated right here in Akwa Ibom State. I'm enjoying this courtesy of the chief farmer himself. What this tells us is that all and sundry must join hands to make food not only available but affordable to all Nigerians.
Since the population of farmers everywhere in the country is made up of largely aged persons, the Akpabio administration came up with the policy of slowly replacing the old farmers with younger ones who are strong enough to continue when the aged counterparts would have left the stage. Hence, the introduction of the Integrated Farmer Scheme, where young school leavers are trained in agricultural skills of their choice and empowered with ₦500,000 each to open their farms. At the last count, more than 8,000 of the youths have benefited from this scheme. The beneficiaries engage in crop production, various aspects of livestock farming such as poultry, piggery, snellery, rabbitry, fish farming, etc.
What is the Integrated Farmers Scheme all about? It's all about youth empowerment. Because when you be able to empower youth, you'll be able to create jobs for them. They will also come out to be employers of labor. They will be out of the street.
What government of Akwa Ibom, the government of Akwa Ibom State does is to create enabling, bringing out funds to give to these people, a soft loan kind of. Because if you say you are giving free money, they might look at it as a national cake or state cake. They will not utilize it effectively. But you give them a little kind of commitment with the fund, that this fund you will pay back, but let's see how you recycle the fund and add value to the rural financing.
IFS trained me into the farmer scheme.
Okay, you are a product of the... How much did you get from the government at the end of your training?
The training, the government gave us 500,000.
Okay.
That was what they gave us.
Okay.
But they gave us in bits. Yeah.
Okay. So you were able to utilize the money effectively. Yeah. Would you say this is a product of the training?
Yeah. This is a product of the training. Okay. Because by academics I read engineering. So this one is a product of the training that I got from there.
Add to this is a Wade program where women are trained and also empowered with ₦250,000 each to establish farms. Sophia Akman says the women have never had it so good.
So I was a classroom teacher. By then I didn't have even 400 naira in my saving. But today I'm so proud because they have made me. You can look at my jeep there. I'm using it to carry cassava cuttings, to carry palm fruit. Like yesterday, I harvested so much of it. So it's because of the empowerment that he has made to the women to make us to feed the family, because without the women, we cannot put food on the table. And agriculture is a business. Even some of our youth, when we don't have a white collars job, he has made us to employ them. Like me, I have up to 24 workers without calling any other person to come and pay. I have three graduates that are receiving their salary 30,000. Other ones that are receiving 10,000. There are some that are receiving 8,000. It's because of what he has empowered me that makes me to employ those youth.
The government established the Accelerated Livestock and Fish Production ALFIP program to boost livestock and fish production in the state. As part of the program, a modern hatchery has been built by the government to make available more than 500,000-day-old chicks for poultry farmers in the state. Mr. Oposen is the state director in charge of livestock in the Ministry of Agriculture.
This project is aimed at solving livestock farmers' problem. In the state here, we are reckoned to be the number 2 poultry producer in the whole country, next to Ogun State. There is a very high need for poultry input in Akwa Ibom State. And because of that, farmers generally in this state depends on poultry, day-old chicks, for instance, from the west, indeed, including feed. So as I speak, the weekly poultry requirement of farmers in Akwa Ibom State stands at between 250,000 to 300,000 every week. And if you translate that into Naira and Kobo, it means about between 40 million to 50 million is leaving this state in terms of capital flight every week. And that is enormous. So in realization of this problem, His Excellency decided to intervene to help farmers by providing them with the necessary input. And that is how this project was born.
One of the major challenges farmers face in Nigeria is that of post-harvest losses occasioned by absence of processing, storage, and preservation facilities. This is being addressed in the state. To this end, the Akpabi administration has established a 10,000 metric tons cassava processing factory at Mbakanset in Nsedi-Bom local government area of the state. The Uncommon Transformation television crew went round the factory, which will handle cassava production in the highest and acceptable standard anywhere in the world. The installation was being done by the engineering team, preparatory to its commissioning. The project, when completed and put to use, will address the issue of glut and make for all year-round availability of cassava-related products. The state government signed a memorandum of understanding with foreign technical partners for the production of fertilizer, alum for water treatment plants, and other ancillary products. The government also procured the 180,000 metric tons food storage and processing facility at Abak to facilitate this. As one of the highest cocoa producing states in Nigeria, the state government is doing so much to support the farmers and ensure Akwa Ibom State remains in pole position in the rating. The government is equally supporting oil palm cultivation and production. On regular intervals, the government distributes improved variety oil palm seedlings to farmers at subsidized rates and recently entered into partnership with foreign concerns to embark on commercial agriculture in the state in the area of processing of palm oil for export.
I want to revitalize also the palm produce area. A lot of people talk about Malaysia, talk about this. If they didn't have oil, they were able to depend on palm produce. During the Eastern Regional Government, with Nigeria survived, Eastern region survived, and we survived on agricultural produce. So Nigeria, of course, even in the north, we survive on groundnut and other things. So when we discovered oil, we abandoned all those things. And today we can hardly call ourselves, we are just a consumer nation. We are not a producer nation at all. We are not producing anything. There's nothing that is being processed here in this country. Everything is just being brought, processed, and brought down here. And sometimes they pick up our things, our tomato, our groundnut, and our cocoa. They go out there and turn it into beverage and bring it back and we buy. We are just a continuously consumer nation. And for me, it's a worrisome situation. So I would like to see a change from the normal norm in the country, where you have a small state like Akwa Ibom, that investors can come in and build things. And then if you produce mango, you know very well that the mango could also be extracted, and mango juice could be produced in Akwa Ibom and given out. And then, of course, we have all sorts of waterfalls. You can turn that into something meaningful, and then you have clean water, natural water, spring water coming from Akwa Ibom State. You have all these tin tomatoes, all sorts of things that are being produced. So processing is important.
There is so much awareness among the farming population to the extent that the farmers know that government cannot do everything for them alone. Hence, they have formed themselves into cooperatives to benefit from financial assistance from banks and government agencies. We ran into one of such bodies in Itu local government, an area reputed for large number of fish and other seafoods. They were full of praises for the Akpabi administration for its drive towards ensuring food sufficiency in the state.
We will use that money and make farms, and we will produce enough food for Akwa Ibom and general at large. I say, may God give him long life and others reviewing officers, so that it will still give us more idea how to manage our cooperatives.
Yes. The huge investment made by the Akpabi administration in agriculture is not misplaced. In the next few years, it is expected that the state would be self-reliant in food production and equally join the League of States that have the capacity to produce enough food for its citizens and also export food to other places. This is highly a commendable feat.
We are calling everyone around the world to come and celebrate.
The Akwa Ibom State Government Carol Night is here again. Join Israel Hott, Lionel Peterson, Senat, IT Denisian, Frank Edwards and others at the Akwa Ibom State Government Carol Night, featuring 9,999 singers, the largest assembly of carol singers on planet Earth. Ministering Bishop David Oyedepo on Saturday, December 21, 2013 at Uyo Sports Stadium, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria by 6 p.m. The event will be shown live on AIT, NTA, Channels TV, DSTV 199, Africa Magic on DSTV 151, 155, Silverbird TV, AKBC. For more details, visit www.9999carolsingers.com. The Akwa Ibom State Government Christmas Carol Night, a piece of heaven.
Uncommon Transformation television series brings to you the latest information of the monumental achievements of the Governor Akpabio-led administration. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube to read the latest news, watch amazing videos and listen to in-depth analyses and interviews with the men and women working hand in hand with stakeholders to make Akwa Ibom State better. You can also log on to our website www.uncommontransformation.tv for more information. Uncommon Transformation television series, bringing to you the right and current information when you need it.